So this video is going to be a little bit different than my average video. Now I know as I say that, it's not going to change in regards to how much I ramble, and it's definitely not going to change kind of the vibes of the video. It's not even close to as different of a video as like the Spider-Man 2 suits video is. But I just kind of want to be a little speculative in this video. I want to talk about when I think the next time we're going to see Marvel's Wolverine game. Now this is a game that I think has a lot of people very excited. I think people are rightfully hyped, especially because it's coming from the same team that has given us Marvel's Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2 coming later this year. Obviously, this title was shown and announced back in 2021 at a PlayStation showcase, and since then, we've really not heard too much about it. We do know with Marvel's Spider-Man 2 being pretty close now, about 100 or so days away, that the Wolverine kind of kick is probably in full effect at Insomniac. Obviously, unless they kind of pivot and make some people work on DLC for Marvel Spider-Man 2, which I kind of want to do a video about. I don't know if we're going to have DLC. I do seriously think that they have kicked it into Wolverine mode, and I'm very excited, yet kind of on the brink now. It's reached to the point where it's one of those games where the studio announced it, and for 2 or 3 years we just have to kind of speculate when we're going to see it again. And although I think that the CGI trailer that they presented was very cool, it was a very like a hype moment trailer. Like obviously it was all building up for the claw reveal. I don't think anyone really knew what it was until the claw reveal. It also sets the stage for Insomniac to make other Marvel property games, which is definitely something I'm excited for. Obviously, as long as whoever made Marvel's Avengers never touch superhero games again, I'm okay with people making Marvel games. But obviously, Marvel's Spider-Man is one of, if not the best comic book video game that we've gotten in a very, very, very long time. So I feel like Marvel's Wolverine has the chance to do something really special. The reason I say this is because Wolverine and Spider-Man are very different characters for a lot of reasons. Spider-Man is kind of your more household name. Obviously, I feel like a lot of people know who Wolverine is just because of either cartoons or because of like the Hugh Jackman portrayals in the Fox kind of mutant movies. But I definitely think if you ask like a large group of people who they know more about, chances are like 90% of them are going to say they know more about Spider-Man. So I really think that Insomniac has a great opportunity to make Wolverine an even bigger household name. People like me love Wolverine. I think that this game has the chance to be very violent, very grotesque, very vulgar, and I'm so here for it. That's the other thing too, is Wolverine is a lot more maturity levels in different spots than Spider-Man is. He's very, very violent. He's known for like ripping people in half or ripping people a new face. And I just think that if they don't really tap into that, they're gonna kind of be missing the whole point. Obviously, I don't think we know anything about the story for this game. From the looks of it, it looks like he's not like a brand new Wolverine. Like he's not like a young mutant by any means. So I think that we're gonna have kind of like a Wolverine who's been doing it for a little bit, but I do kind of hope that we get a more violent side Wolverine. Now, I do think that this could be the year that we see a little bit more. Obviously, I don't think we're going to get gameplay this year. I think, if anything, it'll be kind of like a post-credit scene type vibe, but not even in Spider-Man. I don't think Spider-Man 2 is going to touch Wolverine. There might be like some Easter eggs for it. I could see maybe if they make a DLC, then I could see like a post-credit scene from the DLC, because they have those for some reason in the base game. The DLCs have post-credit scenes. But yeah, if they make DLC, I think there would definitely be a higher chance of Wolverine showing up in a post-credit scene. But for me, I actually feel like we're going to get something from Marvel's Wolverine by the end of 2023. Now, I think a lot of people are expecting this game to come out in 2024, or at the bare minimum, early 2025. And for me, I'm kind of in that camp where I think that we'll see a tiny bit of it this year. We'll see more gameplay for it next year, kind of around this time. And then it'll either come out at the end of 2024 or near the beginning of 2025, like a holiday 2024 big release type cycle. Now, the reason I say that is because we have the 10-year anniversary of the Game Awards this year. Jeff Keighley is definitely someone that loves Sony games, and no matter how you feel about either side of kind of console wars effects, he does a very good job of hyping up PlayStation games. And I think that just showing a little bit more of a trailer to kind of give the vibe for the game would be really cool to see. Like, again, I don't think we're getting gameplay this year. I don't think we're getting a release date this year. I don't think we're really even gonna get information about the game this year. I just think we're going to actually see like another type of CGI trailer, more attuned to the Marvel Spider-Man 2 trailer, where it's just some CGI footage from the in-game engine, or like a cutscene or something of Wolverine just messing some dudes up, and then it says 2025 on the screen, or it just says more info soon, or something along those lines. Again, I really don't think this game is a 2024 title, but I do think that there are going to be a lot of big announcements at the Game Awards this year, and I kind of want to do a video as we get closer to the Game Awards, kind of like predicting what I think is going to be there. But yeah, I'm really excited for Marvel's Wolverine. Hopefully we'll eventually get like a bunch of different characters, and by the time I'm like 40, there'll be like an Insomniac Avengers game that will not disappoint me, because man, that other one almost killed me. Maybe that would be a good video, how Marvel's Avengers video game actually ended my life.